It's time to rise, yo. From the factory floors to the scenes we sow, Aaron Wall's in the game, you already know. From factory floors to fields of green, Aaron Walls chased down his dream. With mower blades and hands held high, he carved his path beneath the sky. Grinding in the dirt, sweat on his brow, turning barren patches into beauty now. Making creeds out of echoes, tunes from the ground. In every blade of grass, his passion is found. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. He speaks of trials, lessons learned, of businesses built and bridges burned. From lighting lawns to festive flair, his voice inspires, his mission's clear. Creating gardens where dreams can sprout. With every cut he makes, he eases doubt, turning visions to reality, making them right. With grit and determination, he climbs the height. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. So tune in early, start your day. With tales that guide and light the way. No matter where your journey starts, Landscaper Roots will touch your heart. Building up the dream, laying every stone. With every cracked pot and leaf overgrown. In every yard, new worlds unfold. In morning light, stories told. From the first light of dawn till the sky turns red, Aaron works his magic, passion widespread. He's got the tools, the crew, the drive. Creating landscapes where love can thrive. Teaching us the value of labor's embrace. Nature's design is our saving grace. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. Landscaper roots, yeah, where dreams take flight. In every yard we find the light. With Aaron Walls, the path is true. Digging deep, we grow anew. So come along for the ride, let's cultivate. Together we'll flourish, it's never too late.
This is Steve with Sam Trucking and Excavating. You're listening to Turf's Up Radio. Your industry, your station.
This is Tony from Tony's Lawn Care, and you're listening to Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
That's right. Your industry, your station of heat and inferno and extreme temperatures, usually hot, cold, wet, spring, soggy, whatever. It's never nice when we work outside, but this is what we chose. This is our path. What do you do with it? This is what we do. Oh boy. Can you hear me? I think there were some problems with the radio station yesterday. So I'm not sure if I'm live. If you are able to hear me, give us a good thumbs up and let me know. Because as far as I know, we're live. It says we are. I can't check, but we'll assume we are. We'll just record it and load it like a shotgun afterwards. So anyway, welcome back. It is Aaron Walls, like you heard in the song with Darren and Steve Cohen. Okay, cool. We are live. what we're going for. I guess they got it all figured out. I am not an internet tech guy. I just know how to download softwares they tell me to download. How long was I on? Were you able to hear Wayner? When Wayner called in? Corey? I hope anyway. I don't know. I hope so. Wayner had some good tips. He always does. Big buddy Wayner. Nope. Didn't hear it. Well, it's recorded. What a bummer. What a bummer. We had some golden nuggets in there, game changers and all that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I am kidding, Corey. No golden nuggets, no game changers in there. Just the old basic hanging out like usual. I did listen to one of his episodes yesterday. He was talking about fake gurus and how you need to follow him and buy his course. And this is how he says it. Follow me or don't buy my course. And what's wild is he went through this whole spiel of how people who are through, and I'm talking about Brian. He made a whole thing about how when you're 0 to 100, 100 to 300, 300 to a million, all this, how these people need to follow him and do follow him, and how he's changing businesses. And at the whole thing on this whole spiel on why you should follow him, at the very end, he said, now all this I've just told you is just in theory. I haven't really done it yet. But he's telling you that people out there are fake. So be aware, my friends. Be aware of who you're following and who you're sharing and who you're saying are the people who know what they're talking about, because they're trying to get your money. No, not the yellow franchise boy, Corey. His name is Brian, and we'll leave it at that because I don't know if these guys are going to try and sue once their well runs dry. And I think their well is running dry. I really do. And I think they're listening to Turfs Up Radio, and I think people are mentioning to them that Turfs Up Radio is like, hey, these dudes are poking holes in your theory, because after one of our shows, they counter it, which is good in a sense, I guess, because I hope they make as much money as they can. It's going to come at the cost of guys losing. That's a bummer. So I'm just letting you know that I listened to it, and then he pointed out on a whiteboard that this is what you need to look out for. People who are doing exactly what he said at the end. This is in theory. That was a bummer to hear, because it's like, man, he's going to have a cult and a following, because he still has a pretty good following. He does, but I think his numbers are dwindling. I think it's whoever starts a lawn care business this year. So if you've started one this year, then you are subject to what this guy is trying to sell you, which means you are at risk. Now, he claims that he's helping businesses in the millions. So $1 million businesses are following him. He also claims that small businesses are following him and succeeding. Maybe they are. But I don't find it factual that $1 million businesses are following him. I don't. I call BS. I say, I don't know. So, and this is why. And I can just simply ask Wayne, and Wayne's a close buddy, and Steve. Steve's a very close buddy. These guys are in the millions. I can text them separately right now and say, hey, Wayne, do you have time to sit around and watch an hour-long video of a guy who runs a maybe $200,000 revenue business? His simple answer is going to be, no, I don't have time to watch that shit. And I can ask Steve. He's not even in lawn care. He would say, no, I don't have time to watch that shit. I got a business to run. Why would I want to watch? So for him to come on there and say it's factual that $1 million, that means the other things that he's saying are very suspect. So, and then when I'm thinking like, well, this video and this podcast that he's putting out here is suspect. So I'm listening to it while I'm mowing. I don't have time to watch this shit. I don't have time to watch it. And I do less than he does. So if I have less, that means it's a weekend starter or a brand new guy who just doesn't have time or who doesn't have enough work yet. Those are the ones that are watching it. That's it. That's my take on it. That's my opinion. That's it. And I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to run my whole show on what somebody isn't. So, here's the thing. I ain't shit. I'm not shit. But I'm not selling you a course or equipment on here. I'm not selling you sponsorships. He went through probably 10 to 15 sales pitches that he's not selling. Here's my code, use it or don't. Well, if you don't want people to use it or you don't care if they don't use it, then why say it? Well, then why say it? That's my question. So to go through all that and then at the end to say, in theory, that I haven't done this yet. So if you want to follow me, I've got the torch in my hand, holding it up in the air. I'll lead the way. We might walk into some briars. No thanks. All right, so here we go. Fear. We were talking about that yesterday in day 4, right? Push through something that we've all dealt with. We're not going to analyze it. We're going to talk about how to walk through it. This episode is more like what to do when fear is no longer just an idea or a theory. Ha ha ha. But something that's showing up in your day to day. You're feeling stuck, uncertain, anxious, and you're ready to move forward anyway. So, with Aaron Walls, Landscaper Roots, full disclaimer here, I run a tiny lawn and landscaping business. It made enough to buy a hot dog stand. Now, I'm not a hot dog guru. Don't follow my course. I am explaining my journey, and it's probably going to be wrong. My lawn care business, that journey, it is wrong. I can guarantee you that you don't want to run your business like me. So my show is for entertainment purposes only. There will not be no savings codes on my show. There's not. There won't be no more ads. I did it one time and didn't feel comfortable doing it. That's it. I did it one time. I didn't like it. I didn't feel comfortable. I'm not in a position to be fucking running that shit. And I don't need it. I can afford to buy my own mowers. I can buy my own equipment. I can buy my own weed eaters. I can buy all that shit. I can afford it. So I don't need sponsorships. I don't need it. So what are we pulling? Let's see. No, that ain't it. I gotta play some shit and I gotta find it. I'm supposed to play these. These are informational. And Darren puts these on a board, like a clipboard, but it's digital. And I'm supposed to play these, and I think this is it. Is that? No. I need to play these because it's informational and it's not selling. But I don't know which ones are new. I think all these are right. Maybe this one's it. I don't know. No, that's not it. I think this is it. No, that's not it. That's not new either. Maybe this is it. I think so. Give me a second. There's a lot on here. It's kind of overwhelming for someone like me.
Turfs Up Radio keeps us on the run. Landscapers, hardscapers, lighting pros unite. Tune in live morning to night. Every tip, every trick, we gather along, sharing dreams. Together we belong. In the heart of the hustle, we find our groove. Turfs Up is the vibe that makes us move. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station. Fueling dreams, sparking innovation. Tips, tools, and stories that inspire. Turning passion into a green empire.
Yep. Green Empire, that's right. Hey, Corey, my savings code is actually not at Walmart. It's at Nathan's Hot Dogs.
Knowledge never ends. Landscape hero guiding every day. Boosting our skills in a powerful way. Aaron Walls shares roots that grow. Inspiring tales, the wisdom we know. From designs to challenges, we tackle it all. With Turfs Up by our side, we'll never fall. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station. Fueling dreams, sparking innovation. Tips, tools, and stories that inspire. Turning passion into a green empire. Live from expos, news in your ear. Turfs Up Radio brings it near. From Fort Lauderdale to nationwide, the green industry's trusted guide. Every land's dipped, every stone in this realm, we never stand alone. With every broadcast, we're building our team, creating legacies, pursuing the dream. Connecting the pros, elevating the game. Turfs Up Radio, we're all the same. With our voices united, we'll earn respect. This is our journey, this is our quest. Through every season, every twist and turn. Turfs Up Radio, the passion will burn. From dawn till dusk, we're lighting the way. In the world of green, we're here to stay. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station. Fueling dreams, sparking innovation. Tips, tools, and stories that inspire. Turning passion into a green empire. So turn up the volume, let the speakers blare. With Turfs Up Radio, we're without a care. Your station, your voice, your daily drive. Turfs Up Radio keeps dreams alive.
That's really me playing the guitar, if you guys were wondering. That's me on the guitar. That's me in the corner, standing in the spotlight. Losing my religion. A hot dog pyramid scheme. That's right, Corey. Walking down that path of righteousness of selling hot dogs and courses. Did you know, Corey, that there are hot dog gurus? I'm not messing with you, not even a little bit. There's hot dog kings. There's hot dog kings out there. Don't be surprised if Google and TikTok and Snapchat or whatever else is out there, now that you've heard the word hot dog stand 900 times in the past 2 weeks, that you start seeing some of these things pop up. Maybe even sales of a cart. So, did you know that I might have to take a food safety course? Oh my God, it gets worse. You can't just fucking sell the public food. Who knew? Who knew? Fuck. You know what? You know what really stumbles and trips up Aaron? Do you know why I don't spray lawns? Because I have to take a fucking test. Do you know why Aaron doesn't want to pay for a test for food safety? Because Aaron don't want to take a fucking test. That's why I don't want to take no motherfucking test at all. I don't want to take a food safety course. I'm pissed. Why? I called my sister. She owns a restaurant. She's like, yeah, this thing sucks too. It's hard. I'm like, great. You're not helping. You're not even fucking. What are you doing right now? I'll never do this thing if you keep saying another word. So I called my other sister. She's like, yeah, you need to take it. I'm like, God, you're not helping either. Y'all take it and pretend you're me. Take it together. You do a half hour. She does a half hour. Y'all pass it. That's okay. Right? No. All right. Whatever. Maybe I'll ask my mom. Maybe she'll take it. I don't know. She'll probably fail it. She'll fail it on purpose. I'm just kidding. My mom wouldn't do that. But somebody can. No, I'm not going to have somebody take it. All right. I need to learn the stuff. But not only that, one of these cities is quite severe with their criteria on opening a damn hot dog stand. I mean, it's like, you got to be shitting me, guys. I'm selling hot dogs. All right. This is what they want. They want the intended locations of operation of the mobile food vendor, the duration of the permit being sought, the intended hours of operation, proof of the Perry County Health Permit, proof of insurance if operating a property owned and maintained by the city, a letter of approval from the Tell City Board, Public Works and Safety, dated mobile food vendor's signature. Yeah. And here's the thing. Once you go through all this, you have to pay a payment, and then it goes to the police department. So if you have a fucking record, they can see if you're still a nuisance. Now, I'm not a nuisance. At one point I was. They'll deny it and keep your money. Let's see. A permit becomes active for a consecutive period of time on the day. Let's see. In the event the permit is revoked, the city shall retain all funds. Well, you know, I mean, why? Got to have general liability of 1,000, automotive liability of 1,000,000, proof of workers' comp. It's just me, so I don't need workers' comp. Can't have tables. Can't sell beer. Must provide waste, trash cans or whatever. Prohibited hours. 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. Who the fuck is selling hot dogs that early? Who? I know there's a bunch of bars, but I'd be in some hot shit if I'm selling on the street corner and I got a bunch of drunk people showing up. Hey, well, let me get some of them hot dogs. Anyway, these are some of the hoops I got to jump through, which... Put that in a nutshell, the cottage laws. Is that national or is that for the Virginia Commonwealth? Because I think we have some here. I have to have a commissary, or commissary is air quotation commercial kitchen. So I guess cottage laws is what, probably a certain amount that you don't exceed. And who would tell them that, hey, I've exceeded my limit? No. Nobody does that stuff. Nobody tells on themselves. All right, so fear isn't loud. It's often subtle, which is kind of what it's doing to me. You guys are hearing what it's doing to me. It shows up as procrastination, perfectionism, scrolling, overthinking. Here's some examples from a solo lawn care operator. That would be me. Not calling a lead back, putting off buying equipment, not raising prices, not hiring help. That's me, 2AT. Not hiring help even when you're overwhelmed. Fear says, what if you mess this up? Courage says, yeah, but what if you figure it out? So we got to identify it, right? We got to identify fear. So we can write it down on our little calendars, or I guess voice memo it. Where is fear slowing me down this week? What is my choke point with fear? What are some positive things? Hey, look, if them gurus get you out of it and they hold your hand and walk through it, they've done their job. You know, hats off to them. They earned your money. Let's see here. But if you're out there buying all that equipment and if you're getting pummeled by ads from one of these companies that sells mower blades and lift jacks and hand grips and trash cans and knickknacks and everything, and you're just getting bombarded by ads and then you buy some of it, they did their job. All right? They've worked through fear. Their job is working. They had to work through everybody saying they ain't shit. Let's see here. Cold calling. 5 leads, even if your stomach's in knots, right? Okay, so a lot of us are already inside of getting outside of that. So trying something new. I would assume that once you get into it and you say you offer it, Corey, and that you can put irrigation in, I would say these feelings of fear would probably walk right in your door and say, hey, I'm home, on the first one. That's my guess. I don't know. There's a lot of confidence in starting something. Like I had a lot of confidence in buying this thing. Well, it's here now. I'm going through the process of starting it, Fear's like sticking its finger in my ear and pulling my hair and throat chopping me and kicking me in the back. It's giving me a flat tire on my shoe. It's kicking my ankles together. It's doing that type of stuff. All right, so if you've got a mentor, stay close to your mentor. We know what brings fear in the humans. Humans are natural to have fear, right? It's just natural. We can't avoid it. Fear is a process, not an event. Like a group. So Wayner's got his group tonight. I won't be able to go to it. I'll be at a funeral, the Prophet Circle. So stay tuned to the Prophet Circle. You got questions about fear. Wayne's been running a business a long time. There's a lot of good guys in it. Craig runs a solid business. Craig is busy. Craig doesn't have time to listen to someone like me, so he wouldn't know like, he just doesn't have time to listen to shit like me. He doesn't. His is advanced. He listens to Wayne, but he's trying to get to where Wayne's at. He's past where I'm at. Why would he listen to me? You know what I mean? It makes sense. Why would I do some of the old shit I did? I don't, whatever. Yeah. I have seen the cottage laws. All right, so let's see here. Got a couple more. I turned my dinger off because ESPN likes to come in and make it sound like they're part of my show, and they're not. ESPN is not part of my show. Let's see here. This is the one I'm supposed to play. I know this for a fact. I'm supposed to play this. It's coming up. So just stay tuned.
This is Wayne Vose, the Prophet, and I'm bringing the heat to the Equip Expo 2025.
And I'm Daniel. Stay hydrated, stay caffeinated, and swing by the Turfs Up Radio booth. We'll be pumping out live shows like fertilizer through a spreader.
This is Darren, your landscape hero, and I'll be there making noise, taking notes, and calling out the real heroes in this industry. You.
It's Eric, and yeah, we'll be there trying to keep up.
Trying? This is Jennifer, and we're crushing it. Stop by and talk tools, trends, and how to outshine your neighbors.
I'm Aaron. Aaron. I'll be digging deep with the stories that matter. Legacy, grit, and green industry pride right from the showroom floor.
And I'm Katie Voles, roaming the floor with my mic, asking you funny trivia questions. Get them right, and you might just win some cold, hard cash.
Come find us at the Turfs Up Radio booth at Equip Expo 2025.
Live broadcast.
Surprise guests.
Cash giveaways.
And more fun than a zero-turn drag race.
October 21st through 24th, Kentucky Exposition Center in Louisville.
We'll be broadcasting live all week from the turf to your truck and speakers.
So come say hey and get ready to play.
It's Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station, and your ultimate Equip Expo destination.
Wow. It sounds like we're all going to bust out of a curtain. Bam. We're here, right? Kinda. Okay, so I got that right. I played that one. I know I'm supposed to play those. I was talking about something. It was really important. It was going to change your life. I was talking about something really important. Yeah, so you don't have to be fearless and act like you don't have it. That's not a good thing because it's human instinct. People have it. There's a reason we have it. We just got to know what to do with it. Sometimes I act on emotion and make a wrong choice due to fear, or actually not making a decision is a decision. As weird as that sounds, and it comes from fear. Fear will do that to me. So we want quick wins, right? We do. We want really, really quick wins. But the results will compound slowly when we're walking through this fear. Fear, right? Fear. Fuck fear. That's how I feel sometimes. But it's natural. It's natural to have it. It makes you want to switch gears way too soon. So I want to skip the process of getting started. Why do I want to skip this? Because it's not the fun part. It's the ugly part of the business. Like, man, this shit sucks. I just want to get it cooking and selling and making that cheese, right? So what's a realistic goal? What would be a realistic goal? Would selling 100 hot dogs be realistic on the first time? Or here's the thing. What creates a demand? I was talking to my sister and she said it's actually a good thing to run out. Mike said he feels the same thing when he started lawn care. Now, here's why this is a good idea to have someone who's been in the industry help guide you. Because here's my thought. I thought I needed to keep stacks of hot dogs with me when I'm out there. So if I've got 50 hot dogs and I sell out, she said that is a good thing. That once you're out, you go home. She said you go home because that means you did what you set out to do. And it also creates a demand. She said people will talk. They will carry your message. That was valuable. I need to bring a realistic goal. What that realistic goal is, I don't know. I really don't. Should I set out to sell 100 hot dogs or 50 hot dogs? My guess is more than half will buy 2. That's my guess. I don't know. I'm totally uneducated on this. When you went to a hot dog stand, how many did you buy? Did you buy 1? Did you buy chips? Did you buy a drink? What did you buy? I don't know. I'm not in the food industry. I need to talk to people. So my sister owns a restaurant. My other sister manages one. And they're on the same street, 4 blocks from each other. And both of them usually sell out by one's a bakery. One's sold out by, I don't know, 11. The other one's usually shutting down around noon or 1 because they sell out. She said it creates a demand. And that's cool. That's cool to know because lawn care is the same way. We don't want to serve everybody. We want to create a demand for our demographic, I guess. Is that the right word? I don't know. We want a certain type of customer. So we don't want to serve everybody in lawn care, just like we don't want to serve everybody in food. Now I'm getting it. Slowly. What Mike say? Mike chimed in. Mike's my guy. I felt the same when I started lawn care, man. I think we get to feeling that way because reality is setting in. It's becoming tangible. That's right. We need to feel it. Gotta feel it right now. Need it. Let's see. So if we're gonna plant a grass seed, we water it before we ever see the blade. So in this new process, this is me watering the grass seed, I guess. I'm watering this thing. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm watering it before the harvest. And this is usually the hardest work, right? This is. Once I get all this set up, then I'll start, I'll cook some hot dogs on Saturday and Sunday here. That's what I'm going to do here this weekend is cook some hot dogs. And it's not going to be so fucking hot. I'm going to get a little thing of chili, a little thing of sauerkraut, and some onion sauce, and some buns, and just cook hot dogs here for everyone. I'll do it for lunch. And then I'll clean up, and I'll do it again for dinner. They might be sick of hot dogs, but we got to figure this out. Hot dogs are not a healthy option. So, could I do hot dogs every day? It's doubtful. Probably once a month, maybe twice a month, if that. So that's going to create the demand, right? Can't go everywhere. It's just a hot dog. We're paying for an experience, I think. I think people are just paying for an experience. Man, I just hammered down on that coffee. Did y'all hear that? That was bad. It burnt every piece of my fucking face and everything. Burnt my tongue, cheeks, throat, chest. Everything on the way down just got scalded. That happened to me yesterday. It got so hot. My coffee got so hot. It hit air. And when it did, it kind of sucked out into my face real hard. And then it burnt my mouth and my tongue. And then when I spit it out, I was barefoot. It burnt my foot on when I spit it out. It was terrible. You'd think I would quit punishing myself with this stuff, but it's an addiction. I'll never get rid of it. I love black coffee. It's not going anywhere. Even if it attacks me in the morning. Let's see. Diet and gym. We don't quit just because the scale doesn't move in week 1, right? So let's track the process, not the results. So how far have I come? All right, let's do a quick review. I was doing my show talking about sports betting, which we didn't even bring up today. Terrible. Aaron, if you're going to be a true gambler, you've got to gamble. You can't win if you don't play, Aaron. Mike switched to iced coffee. That a boy. Yeah, you can't win if you don't play. Also, we're going to track the process. So, as I was talking about gambling, Darren called in. He's like, hey, hang on. Here's that cat in my throat. All right, I think I got him out of there. I had to turn the mic down, then I turned it back up. So, if it sounded like I was super loud in your ears, it's because there's a cat messing with me. And it's in my throat. So anyway, ball game, talking to Darren. He said, hey, I went to a hot dog stand and it clicked. It's like, Aaron, there's no hot dog stand around here. So after a couple weeks, then I started talking about it. And then I got into I set it in motion. It's like, I'm doing this. I'm buying a hot dog stand. Then a few weeks went by, set it aside, made a budget, said this is what I'm going for, tried to buy a new one. That process didn't work. Felt like now's the time to do it. Go ahead and get a used one. If this works out and you need a different kitchen, then sell the one you got and get what you want. So there is an off season. So I could probably sell this thing in the off season if I don't like it and get one I want if it works out. If it doesn't work out, that's where we're at. But I've purchased one. So now I'm in the process of getting it going. This ball is rolling. We are winning. These are all wins. Why is fear trying to steal that? It's just human nature. It's just what it does. I don't know what your beliefs are, but I think it's the evil one that tries to pull at us. The evil one wants us to fail. The evil one is able to get in our thoughts and tell us we are less than. I think that's where that comes from. So we can either listen to the evil one or lean in on faith and fight through. That's why we're here. Now, Aaron Walls, Landscaper Roots, Turfs Up Radio is not going to be held responsible for your decisions in life, so please do not sue us for your actions after hearing what you hear on this show. Full disclaimer. So we're tracking a process. Instead of, did I land a client? Did I do my job? That's right. Did you do it? Are you satisfied with the quality you left? Did you leave a good quality product? Would you eat the product that you're selling? I would probably eat too much of it, but we're going to find out. Create a checklist. I've not done that. I've heard it works. I should. I don't. I should, but I don't. All this comes from Google, so it's not like I'm doing anything special. It comes straight from Google. How do we stay positive during the trudge? Positivity is not fake smiling. It is focusing on what we can control. So yesterday, when I went to the health department, because the lady that I called didn't answer the phone, I went down there and they're like, she's sick. But if you call or email her, she will call or email you back because she is out. Well, here it is Wednesday. I ain't heard shit. So I can't control her not being in the office. I can control the other things, filling out this application, finding addresses I can use. The bakery said the bakery owns an old style gas station and they own the bakery, so they own 2 spots. They said I can use their parking lot over there. So I have a secured location that I can use. Not only that, I have a kitchen I can use. Mike said KY Health Department sucks. I'm going to agree. I'm not going to fight you on that, Mike. I'm really not. They told me I can't use chili on my hot dog cart. How many times you been to a hot dog cart and they have chili on there? I think the lady that told me this got the information from someone else, because nowhere does it say you cannot use chili. Nowhere. When it says what you can use, it doesn't say that you can use chili either. There's certain things you can and can't do. And chili is not on there. This is verbal. But I can't control what she says. I can only control what I do. And that's, can I get around this? If it comes to it, what is Kentucky known for? Or Owensboro specifically? Barbecue, right? I'm going to find out if I can use just straight barbecue. I will have a barbecue dog. We're going to get a specific dog that becomes special. I can get creative. I have a creative mind. That's why I do lawn and landscaping. We got to have a bit of creativity. Let's see. Prune your content. That sounds accurate. Prune it. Prune out the negativity. Me being in media, I listen to some of the guys out there that, are trying to gain from new guys and weekend guys. They are. I listen to it, report it to you. Try not to slam them too much. Just trying to be a little bit of honesty. I would say pulled pork, Corey. Pulled pork will go on top of the dog. We would dress it with some jalapenos and some barbecue sauce and some nacho cheese and fresh onions, the little onion squares, diced onion. Maybe even grill the bun. I don't know. But we would make it our own. We would. We'd make it cool. It'd be a specialty dog. Porky Pig. And I'm probably not even the first one to thought of this. We would do something. We will pivot. We will persevere. The health department's not going to hold me back. So watch what you say to yourself. Speak facts, not fear. Sometimes God calls you to move before you see the Red Sea apart. You take the step and the miracle follows, right? I have no idea what's in store for me. I might fail. There could be a huge positive through me failing. I don't know. I just know that I'm supposed to go. The sea will part or it won't. Positive input equals positive output. Feed your mind like you feed your lawn. Regular and intentional. The trudge is the test. Most people quit when they get to here when right there is just a little bit further. Most people quit when they get to here when right there is so close. Everyone loves the mountaintop, but the growth happens in the trudge. You're not behind, you're in training. If fear is present, you're probably on the right path. Keep going. What's one fear you've walked through recently? What's one brave action you're committed to this week? So, just trying to get us through some fear, man. It's I can't be the only one going through it, so I feel like it's good to just keep walking through this. We do have a couple of things coming up here, so let's play this and make sure that people are aware. Whoever's out there is close by knows to be able to stop by this thing.
Finding and keeping great employees is one of the biggest challenges in the green industry, and TNLA is making it easier. At the Nursery Landscape Expo 2025 in San Antonio, you can connect with the next generation of talent. Join the student and intern meet and greet and internship poster session on Tuesday, August 6th. A chance to talk with students ready to join your team. Plus, post your openings on the TNLA job board right at the show. It's all happening at the Nursery Landscape Expo 2025, where the future of your workforce takes root. Learn more at nurserylandscapeexpo.org or call 512-579-3864.
That's it. Hey, nice. That was subtle. I like that one. That's cool. There's a lot of these on here. They're pretty cool with the information. Mike, it is brave being out there in this 110-degree heat. You would think the grass would slow down, but it's quite wild here. But I don't have maintained lawns as far as spraying and fertilizer. So if you have a lawn that is really, really nice and it's got some crabgrass that's growing wild in it, and you're like, golly, that stuff is crazy over there. That's normally what most of my lawns look like. I got a couple that are maintained by Weedman or another popular one, Trudging maybe. I don't know. They're not doing so hot, you know what I mean? They're thirsty. So my weedy lawns are doing quite well. So I have no real slowdown yet. Maybe it will once it finally dries out. I don't know, but we did get quite a bit of rain. Not yesterday, but the day before. It rained a lot. When they said, no rain. Let's see here. I'm supposed to do something else. Forgot. Pull up, cross the T, dot the I's. Don't forget, today's Wednesday. Got a big day. You got Eric after myself. And I think his wife's on there. And then we got Big D, Heavy D, swinging the hammer. And after that, you got Wayner. After Wayner, you got Darren. I think they replay them if you missed them or couldn't hear us. So stay tuned all day. Every day, Monday through Friday, which isn't every day. That's, your weekdays. If you're working on the weekends, maybe follow the podcast episodes and leave us a review. Believe it or not, I got quite a few 5 stars on mine. I didn't think I would. But I went and checked. I'm like, holy shit. I got some 5 stars. That's pretty cool. If you want to leave me a 5-star, cool. If not, leave me a 1. 1s are even cool. Aaron Walls, Landscaper Roots. I'm out. Come back tomorrow.
It's time to rise, yo. From the factory floors to the scenes we sow. Aaron Walls in the game, you already know. From factory floors to fields of green, Aaron Walls chased down his dream. With mower blades and hands held high, he carved his path beneath the sky. Grinding in the dirt, sweat on his brow, turning barren patches into beauty now. Making creeds out of echoes, tunes from the ground. In every blade of grass, his passion is found. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. He speaks of trials, lessons learned, of businesses built and bridges burned. From lighting lawns to festive flair, his voice inspires, his mission's clear. Creating gardens where dreams can sprout. With every cut he makes, he eases doubt, turning visions to reality, making them right. With grit and determination, he climbs the height. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. So tune in early, start your day with tales that guide and light the way. No matter where your journey starts, Landscaper Roots will touch your heart. Building up the dream, laying every stone. With every cracked pot and leaf overgrown. In every yard, new worlds unfolding. Morning light, stories told. From the first light of dawn till the sky turns red. Aaron works his magic, passion widespread. He's got the tools, the crew, the drive. Creating landscapes where love can thrive. Teaching us the value of labor's embrace. Nature's design is our saving grace. Landscaper roots, where stories grow. Through sweat and soil, the passion shows. On Turf's Up Radio, hear the call. With Aaron Walls, we rise, we sprawl. Landscaper roots, yeah, where dreams take flight. In every yard we find the light. With Aaron Walls, the path is true. Digging deep, we grow anew. So come along for the ride, let's cultivate. Together we'll flourish, it's never too late.